Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Tonight from Wiggins High School, it's the Brush Lady Bee Diggers against the Wiggins Tigers. I'm John Beltran. This is the second game of the season for the Lady Diggers, losing on Friday night in Broomfield against Holy Family, 69-44. But, of course, Holy Family is the four-time defending 3A champions. Bee Diggers are coached by Tom George. As for this Wiggins team, coached by Jairus Van Roekel, they're 1-2 on the year. They lost last night in their most recent game to Weld Central by a score of 38-31. And let's get to the starting lineups here. The Bee Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by T.O. Charlie's for a great used car truck. If you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. The Bee Diggers go with a senior guard, Kennedy Guzman, along with sophomore forward Alex White, Emily Monarch, who's a senior, along with fellow senior Carly Nichols, and sophomore center Kristen Berg. A couple of Celis in the starting lineup for Wiggins, including senior Abril Celis and Annabelle Celis, who's a sophomore, along with Shelby Teague, a sophomore as well, senior Carla Baltazar, and Carissa Olson, a junior guard. Opening tip brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Baltazar jumping center with Berg. It's controlled by Wiggins. And we had an over and back. Annabelle Celis got confused and started dribbling towards the wrong end. And that's a turnover to begin the game just 4 seconds in. And the Bee Diggers will have the basketball with Emily Monarch to trigger it in. Kennedy Guzman is the spark plug for this team as she will set up the offense. Dribbling to her right, gets a pick from Monarch. On the outside right, picks up the dribble. Entry pass to Berg. Turns, shoots, misses. Rebound to Nichols. She banks and scores. Carly Nichols has given the Bee Diggers a 2-0 lead, and the Bee Diggers will apply the pressure. Celis to throw it in to the other Celis. Brita with the basketball, double teamed, and we have a whistle and a foul in the backcourt as Guzman and Monarch were on top of her, and Emily Monarch commits the Bee Digger foul. And again, backcourt pressure being applied as Carissa Olson will throw it in. Olson to Annabelle Celis. Check that. That's Abril Celis. The jump pass taken in the front court by Annabelle, just beyond midcourt. Over to Baltazar. Baltazar pulls up from 14. That's off the front of the rim. And the rebound grabbed by Kristen Berg, a brush on the outlet to Guzman. Across midcourt towards the top of the three-point circle. Dribbling to her left into the lane. Her runner is up and no good off the glass, and the rebound is grabbed by Abril Celis. By herself across midcourt at the top of the three-point circle, dribbling to her left. Back out to Baltazar. Baltazar towards the top of the three-point circle, picks up her dribble. Really little movement for this Wiggins offense. On the outside left to Olson. Back out to Baltazar. Over to Abril Celis. Very methodical offense so far for Wiggins, just trying to stay patient and find the open slot and open shot. Baltazar in the left corner to Annabelle Celis. Dribbling to her right, Bee Diggers lead 2-0, 6:30 to go in the opening quarter. Abril, right baseline, pulls up shot, is blocked, but a foul by Alex White. So to the line is Abril Celis. And she will shoot two. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer, Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. The free throw's in the air, and that is off to the right. Second free throw upcoming. Lady Bee Diggers are back in action on Saturday against the Mustangs of Fort Morgan. Second free throw is in. We'll have both games right here on 1010 as well as KSIR.com. 6 and 7:30 on Saturday. 2-1 Brush. Here's Kennedy Guzman on the outside right. Picks up her dribble. Overhead pass to Carly Nichols. Dribbles, banks, scores to the left of the basket. Nichols with 4. It's Nichols 4, Wiggins 1. 6:10 to go in the opening quarter. Bee Diggers pressure in the backcourt. Jump pass to Carissa Olson. Overhead pass in the front court to Celis. It's a 2-on-1. Celis lost control. It's loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Emily Monarch of Brush. Second turnover for Wiggins. Here's Guzman across midcourt. On the left baseline to Berg. Bounce pass to Nichols. Banks and scores again, and she's fouled. She's fouled by Shelby Teague. And Carly Nichols has got all 6 Bee Digger points. She goes to the line to try and convert the three-point play. And that's where Nichols can be extremely strong for Brush, is down low. the left-handed junior, to the stripe. The free throw is in the air, and that's off the back of the rim, and the long rebound is grabbed by Abril Celis. Long baseball pass in the left corner for Olsen. Left of the lane, back out to Celis. With the basketball on the outside right to Baltazar. Back to Celis on the high left to Carissa Olsen. In the left corner for Annabelle Celis. Just moving it around, left baseline with the basketball is Olsen. Kicks it up top to Celis, steps in, and the 10-footer is blocked from behind. Looked like Alex White got all ball. But if that's against her, she's going to be called for her second foul. 2.5 minutes into the game, and it's on White. Tom George is going to have to make an early substitution. And Jordan Delorier, who was not in uniform against Holy Family, will check in. Celis to shoot 2, and the first is in the air, and that one is in. Rush 6, Wiggins 2. And White will probably sit for at least the remainder of the opening quarter. Wiggins in their home whites with the orange numerals. The Beat Diggers in their road maroons with the white numerals and the gold trimming. And the second free throw is good. Nichols has all 6 for Brush. Celis all 3 for Wiggins. Guzman across midcourt, picked up by Olsen, dribbling to her left, gets a pick from Delorier. Jump pass is thrown away. It's intercepted by Annabelle Celis. Celis a 2-on-2 all the way, lost control of the basketball. Oh, it was tipped out of bounds. Looked like it went off her leg, but they're going to say that it was off Kennedy Guzman, a Brush. And Olsen to throw it in for Wiggins. Still looking, lobs it at the top for Annabelle Celis. She's going to back it up towards the timeline and set up the Wiggins offense. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the opening quarter. It's Brush 6, Wiggins 3. Abril Celis spinning. Back out to Annabelle Celis. Now to Baltazar inside the three-point line. Bounce pass right baseline for Olsen. Double team. Kicks it back out to Baltazar, then fouled by Guzman. The Beat Diggers a little bit sloppy with the fouls. That's already their 4th of this opening quarter. We're not even midway through. And Tom George wants his team to play a little bit better defense. He calls a 30-second timeout. Brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. It'll be Wiggins basketball off the timeout with 4:57 to go in the first. Yeah, Brush actually looked better early against Holy Family, a much stronger team than they do right now against Wiggins, especially on the defensive end. They got to get it together here. So let's see who throws it in. More than likely, it will be Carissa Olsen to trigger it in for Wiggins, and it will be to the left of the basket. Olsen with the basketball, looking. Lobs it near the top. That's going to be intercepted easily by Kennedy Guzman. An errant pass. 3-on-1. Delorier pulls up from 10 off the glass. No good. And the ball is loose. Rebounded by Monarch. She banks and misses. And the ball is taken by Carly Nichols in the corner. So the Beat Diggers reset. Here's Delorier. Steps in. Back out to Guzman. Straight away 3. Good for Kennedy Guzman, drilling the triple. The Beat Diggers now lead 9-3. 4:30 to go in the opening quarter. There's lob to Olsen in the backcourt. Now to Baltazar, still in the backcourt across the timeline. On the outside right to Abril Celis. She calls out the play against Delorier, dribbling to her right. Back out to Carissa Olsen. In the right corner, Celis pulls up for a 3, and that's off the back of the rim. And the ball is loose on the floor. It's picked up on a hop by Kristen Berg. Berg on the outlet to Guzman. Beat Diggers have a 2-on-1. Berg to Nichols. She banks and scores off the glass. Of course, banking and scoring off the glass is the same thing. Beat Diggers now lead by 8. Nichols has 8, 11-3, 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Baltazar dribbles by Nichols. Front court pass taken by Celis. Celis with the basketball. Overhead cross court to Annabelle Celis. Dribbles towards the top of the key. The bounce pass to Abril. Against Delorier in the right corner for Olsen. Guarded by Nichols. Picked up by Delorier. Back out to Abril Celis. Looking down low. Lobs it down low, but it's intercepted by Berg. Intended for Teague. Here is Kennedy Guzman ahead of the field. Lays it up off the glass and too strong. And the rebound is controlled over there by Annabelle Celis. So the other way, here comes Wiggins. Jump pass to Baltazar, and she's fouled in the lane by Emily Monarch. And she might find a seat on the bench, considering that's going to be her second. And the Beat Diggers' 15th foul. Also to throw it in with 3:25 to go. Here's Bailey Craich checking into the game for Brush. And Brittany Robinson for Wiggins. Olsen to throw it in. Right corner to Abril Celis against Carly Nichols. Back out to Olsen. to Sellis in the right corner. Bounce pass down low for Teague. Teague bodied up by Berg. Turns, shoots, air ball on the hook. And Bailey Craich has the basketball and a hop for Brush. At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, CNC Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts store. Guzman across the timeline, dribbling to her left of the lane. In the left corner for Nichols. Down low, the pass went through everybody, but taken by Craich. Craich leans back out Guzman, straight away three in the air, and that's going to be off to the left. And the rebound is controlled by Shelby Teague of Wiggins. And then she carried the basketball and called for traveling right at midcourt. Wiggins has committed their fifth turnover. The Beat Diggers with one. With 2:50 to go in the first quarter from Wiggins. Brush 11. Wiggins 3. To throw it in just behind midcourt is Delorier to Guzman, as the Beat Diggers look to grab a double-digit lead in their second regular season game. Nichols on the outside right, dribbling to her left to Bailey Craich, just in front of the Wiggins bench towards the top of the key. On the outside right to Delorier, guarded closely by Sellis. She dribbles to her left. Near the top to Berg. Berg with the basketball, and that entry pass was well over the head of Carly Nichols, out of bounds. The Beat Diggers commit their second turnover. Beat Diggers will not pressure. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan, with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, is Equitable Savings and Loan. Olsen on the outside right with a basketball beyond the three-point line. In the right corner to Robinson, takes a dribble back out to Olsen. Lobs it down low, intended for Teague, picked off by Delorier, then re-intercepted by Wiggins. Here come the Tigers. Baltazar with a basketball. Bounce pass to Teague. Shot is blocked by Berg. Ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Teague. They'll reset. Here's Olsen, right baseline, good. Little 14-footer by Carissa Olsen. Wiggins is back on the board. Brush 11, Wiggins 5, 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Beat Digger boys will play at home against Wiggins at 7 o'clock. On the outside right with the basketball is Delorier, guarded by Sellis. At the top for Craich. Craich lobs it down low for Berg. She banks and misses. Too strong. And we've got a whistle on the rebound. It looked like Delorier had position and was fouled. And the Wiggins foul was committed by Brittany Robinson, her first. 1:35 to go, first quarter. Guzman to throw it in. Lobs it to Berg in the lane. Shoots. Misses off to the right. Carly Nichols grabs the rebound. Bounce pass to Craich. Back out Delorier to Guzman. Down low for Craich. Dribbles, turns, shoots. Misses off to the left. The rebound to Delorier. She shoots and misses. Too strong. Carissa Olsen has the rebound for Wiggins. Here comes Sellis into the front court. 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Wiggins trails Brush 11-5. On the outside right to Olsen. Back out to Sellis. Won't take that three. Right corner, Olsen penetrates. Cut off. Back out to Sellis. Down low, Robinson turns, shoots, partially blocked by Aaron Berg. Taken away by Bailey Craich. Here come the Beat Diggers. Guzman will slow it down and back it up and set up the play. On the outside left, Nichols' shot is up and in and out on the 12-footer. And the ball is loose, picked up by Berg, and looked like she was fouled, but it was blocked out of there. Berg again, she misses. Here's Craich, and she misses. And the ball is tipped around, and Sellis was on the line. Beat Digger basketball. Boy, that's way too many opportunities for Brush. But they couldn't convert there. The Beat Diggers are really slamming the boards really well. Unofficially, they've out-rebounded Wiggins 11-6. And they lead 11-5 with 40.8 seconds to go. Chandra Haas into the game for Brush. Annabelle Sellis back in for Wiggins. Guzman to throw it in. Looking, still looking. Right corner, Haas takes the wide open three, and that's off the back of the rim. Carissa Olsen grabs her second rebound for Wiggins. Across midcourt, dribbling towards the right baseline. Pulls up from 8. That's short. Kennedy Guzman has the rebound for the Beat Diggers. Her first across midcourt. 25 seconds to go in the first. Beat Diggers still leading by 6. Picked up by Olsen. Dribbling to her left. Gets by Olsen. On the left baseline, Craich. Little 6-footer is off the back of the rim. Rebound to Haas. She shoots and she scores. Off the rim and off the glass for Chandra Haas. Brush 13, Wiggins 5. 8 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Here is Olsen across midcourt with 4, with 3, with 2. Here's Robinson. They're not going to take a shot. The time's going to run out. After 8 minutes of play, it's Brush 13, Wiggins 5 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Wiggins. The Beat Diggers lead the Lady Tigers 13-5. Alex White, Kennedy Guzman, Emily Monarch, Carly Nichols, and Kristen Berg for Brush. Annabelle Sellis, Abedil Sellis, Brittany Robinson, Carissa Olsen. And into the game is Shea Sieber for Wiggins. Beat Digger basketball. Guzman has it. Towards the top of the three-point circle, gets a pick from Alex White. Looking down low, lobs it low for Berg. Berg lost the basketball, stripped away, then tried to wrestle away from Sieber. And that will be Wiggins basketball as the possession arrow is pointing in their direction. So here come the Lady Tigers, trailing by 8. Abrid Celis had 3 points in the opening quarter. Carissa Olsen with 2. On the outside right is Olsen, cut off. Back out near the top to Sieber. Back out to Annabelle Celis. A very patient offense. Entry pass is intercepted by Kennedy Guzman. That's turnover number 7 for Wiggins. Guzman across midcourt, then she carried the ball. The Beat-Digger turnover is their 5th. And again, the game doesn't have much flow. We have 18 points and 12 turnovers. And Annabelle Celis to throw it in for Wiggins. And again, Wiggins just played last night, losing a pretty close game to Weld Central, dropping to 1-2, while the Beat-Diggers are 0-1. So the winner of this game will go to 500. Here is Annabelle Celis. Check that out. Abrid Celis on the outside left to Annabelle with a basketball guarded by White. Cross-court pass nearly intercepted, taken by Baltazar in the lane. Spinning, turning, shooting, missing off the glass. Rebound. The putback by Sieber's no good. And Kristen Berg has the Beat-Digger rebound, then fouled in the backcourt. And that foul was committed by Abrid Celis. That'll be her first. The Beat-Diggers once again are looking to grab a double-digit lead as Brittany Robinson is going to check into the game for Carissa Olsen. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety. That's the Brush Grocery Cart. Guzman across midcourt for Brush, picked up by Celis. Dribbling to her left, gets a pick from Monarch towards the left baseline. Bounce pass for Nichols, turns, shoots, scores on the left baseline for Carly Nichols. She's already in double figures with 10. She's outscored Wiggins by herself, and the Beat-Diggers lead by that many. Brush 15, Wiggins 5, 6:43 to go second quarter. Baltazar on the outside left with the basketball. Lob pass in the corner to Robinson. Jump pass back out to Annabelle Celis. On the outside right to Abrid Celis. Dribbling to her left, picked off. Jump pass went over everybody's head out of bounds. Intended for Baltazar. Turnover number 8 for Wiggins. Alex White to throw it in the backcourt for Brush. As the Beat-Diggers are looking to cement this game by halftime, but the offense is going to be more consistent. Guzman at the top on the left wing to Monarch. She'll take a three, and it's off the back of the rim, and the long rebound is grabbed by Annabelle Celis. Baseball pass to Abrid Celis all the way. Left-handed layup is up and too strong, and the ball is loose. Alex White has it, just shy the end line for Brush, and then the ball was thrown away. The ball thrown away near midcourt, so Beat-Diggers commit their 6th turnover, and Baltazar to throw it in. With 6:09 to go, second quarter. Brush 15, Wiggins 5. On the outside right is Abrid Celis with the basketball. Back out to Olsen, left wing to Baltazar. Picked up by Alex White in the left corner for Robinson. Jump pass back out to Olsen, dribbling to her right against Guzman. Lobs it left baseline. Robinson, 15-footers off the back of the rim, and the ball is rebounded by Emily Monarch of Brush, her second rebound. The outlet to Guzman. Guzman across the timeline. Left wing chest pass there to Monarch. Down low for Carly Nichols, double-teamed. Overhead pass is picked off by Brittany Robinson, intended for Alex White. Robinson right of the lane. Spins and then is fouled by Emily Monarch. That's Brush's 15th foul. Monarch has committed her 3rd. And here comes Bailey Craich into the game. Monarch will be on the bench for the remainder of the opening half with 5:32 to go, and Brush leading 15-5. Shelby Teague is back into the contest for Wiggins. And to the right of the Digger bench, Olsen to throw it in the front court. Bounce pass over to Abrid Celis. Celis against Guzman, retreating towards midcourt, now towards the top of the three-point circle. Left wing for Robinson, back out to Celis. Takes a couple of dribbles back out to Olsen on the right wing. 13-footer is off to the right, hit nothing but backboard. The ball is loose and taken away by Bailey Craich on the outlet to Alex White. She lost the ball out of bounds. Well, that's why you give the ball to a guard. The Beat-Diggers have not played well offensively in this quarter. 2 points and 5 turnovers. But they played well enough defensively to lead by 10. White is out. Delorier is in. And to throw it in at midcourt is Olsen. To Abrid Salas. Wiggins is yet to score in this quarter. In the right corner for Robinson. Back out to her right to Sellis. She'll pull up from 10, and that one is off the glass, no good. And the rebound and putback, Baltazar blocked out of bounds by Kristen Berg. Wiggins retains possession. Olsen to throw it in. She'll trigger it into the left of the basket. Still looking, has to get rid of it. Lobs it to Abrid Sellis, and it went off her hand out of bounds. Wiggins commits their 9th turnover of the game. Committed to serving those in production, Ag. Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. Delorier into the front court for Brush with 4:45 to go in the second. Beat Diggers lead by 10. Dribbling to her left. Entry pass is off a Beat Digger and a Tiger, intercepted by Wiggins. Olsen all the way, lays it up, and too strong. And the ball is loose and picked up by Olsen, but she was on the end line. I tell you, the Beat Diggers have been awful handling the ball here in the second quarter. There's no other way to look at it. 6 turnovers and 2 points in the quarter. They've got 9 turnovers in the game, matching Wiggins' total. Here's Delorier into the front court with a basketball. Picked up by Sellis on the outside right to Nichols, looking down low, and then there was a push by Shelby Teague. Second foul against Teague, 4th team foul, 3/4 court. Delorier will throw it in for Brush. Triggers it into Guzman. Guzman with the basketball towards the top of the key, dribbles to her right. She's going to have to back it out. No, down low for Craich, who cuts to the basket, but she shoots it off the bottom of the backboard, picked up by Craich now to Nichols, who shoots it in on the left baseline. Little 5-footer for Carly Nichols. Well, she's the only one with a hot hand for Brush. She's got 12 of the 17 points. 4 minutes to go in the opening half. Brush 17, Wiggins 5. Robinson steps in. Little 12-foot pull-up is around and no good. And the ball is taken away by Jordan Delorier, her second rebound. Beat Diggers have a 3-on-4. Bounce pass to Guzman. And the cross-court bounce pass was way too low for Craich, out of bounds. And the Beat Diggers commit yet another turnover. Their 10th of the game, 7th of the quarter. And Melissa Waiter checks in for Brush, supplanting Kennedy Guzman. I mean, it's nice to be leading by 12 as Wiggins calls a 30-second timeout. But this is not an A effort for Brush, or performance, I should say. Certainly not effort. They're giving it their all. But I think they actually played better against Holy Family, because you're looking at a 17-point, 10-turnover ratio, which is not going to win you many games, but when you're playing great defense like they are, then it can certainly carry you. Nichols has 12 points, Kennedy Guzman with 3, and Chandra Haas with 2. Abrid Sellis has 3 for Wiggins and 2 for Carissa Olsen. It will be Bailey Craich, Kristen Berg, Carly Nichols, Jordan Delorier, and Melissa Wailert for Brush. Carla Baltazar, Shelby Teague, Annabelle Sellis, Abrid Sellis, and Carissa Olsen to throw it in the backcourt for Wiggins. Here comes Abrid Sellis, picked up by Wailert on the outside left to Olsen, back out to Sellis. Sellis dribbling to her right, spinning in the lane, pulls up from 10, short, and the ball is rebounded by Bailey Craich. That's already her 6th rebound. The outlet to Delorier. Delorier across midcourt, left baseline, bounce pass for Berg, turns, shoots, misses. A little bit too strong. Rebound is taken away by Annabelle Sellis. The ball is loose, but Wiggins retains possession. Shelby Teague has it, but then they throw it away. Here comes Brush the other way, a 2-on-3. Waiter with the basketball, and that pass is tipped out of bounds by Annabelle Sellis in the right corner. The Beat Diggers will have the basketball, and Jordan Delorier to throw it in, 3/4 court. Delorier looking in the right corner for Kristen Berg. Down low for Craich, bodied up, dribbles, turns, kicks it out to Berg. Inside the three-point line, shot is up and too strong, and the ball is headed out of bounds. Craich tries to save it in and does nicely to Melissa Waiter. Beat Diggers reset. Berg shot up and in, 13 feet away from Kristen Berg. That play was made by Bailey Craich with that nice save to Melissa Wailert, who got the assist. Brush 19, Wiggins 5, 2:42 to go second quarter. Baltazar on the outside right to Abrid Sellis, gets a pick, dribbles to her left, bounce pass in the lane for Annabelle Sellis, tipped away, but Wiggins retains it in the right corner. Olsen to Sellis, straight away shot is missed, and Carly Nichols has the Beat Digger rebound. on the outlet, taken over there by Delorier. There's a 3-on-3. Pulls up straight away, shot is around and off to the right. And Baltazar has the rebound for Wiggins. Baltazar in the backcourt to Annabelle Celis. Baseball pass towards Abrid Celis. Left of the lane, 8-footer, in and out. Bailey Craich has another rebound. That's her 8th for Brush. On the outlet to Delorier, approaching the 2-minute mark of the second. Brush 19, Wiggins 5. Delorier, bounce pass on the outside right to Waitert. She'll take the 3. She'll miss it. Long rebound, though, to Jordan Delorier, her 3rd board of the game. She spins on Olsen, left of the lane. Bounce pass. Boy, that was a terrible pass. I mean, there were too many Wiggins Tigers there, and that one was intercepted. 8th turnover in the quarter for Brush. Celis with a basketball. Back out to Annabelle Celis. Wiggins has yet to score in the quarter. Baltazar on the outside right steps in, 14-footer, and that's off the back of the rim. Jordan Delorier grabs her 4th rebound for Brush. She'll take it across midcourt. Jump pass to Nichols all the way. Banks and misses, but she was fouled by Carla Baltazar. Nichols to the line. Baltazar commits her first foul. Even the Beat-Digger offense has not been spectacular in this quarter. They scored just 6 points, but they've got a very nice 14-point lead. Chandra Haas and Kennedy Guzman getting ready to check back in, and the Nichols free throw is perfect. Carly Nichols has 13 in the game. Brush leads 20-5. Berg and Delorier are out. Haas and Guzman are in. Second free throw coming up for the Southpaw, who bends, dribbles, shoots, and scores. Nichols with 14. Brush 21, Wiggins 5, 1:27 to go before the break. We're at the top of the hour. This is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Windsor. I'm John Beltran from Wiggins High School. In the left corner, Olsen with the basketball as the Beat-Diggers lead by 16. Over to Abrid Celis at the top of the key, nearly tied up by Guzman. Back out to Annabelle Celis against Waitert. Entry pass to Baltazar in the lane. Turn, shoots. Oh, that looked like it was blocked by Nichols. They're going to call a foul, though. Baltazar to the line. Carly Nichols commits her first foul. Baltazar to shoot 2 to get Wiggins on the board in this quarter. They've gone nearly 7 minutes without scoring in the quarter. The free throw is up, and that's off the back of the rim. Wiggins is 3 out of 5 from the line. Second free throw for Baltazar is up, and that's off the back of the rim. Melissa Waitert has the rebound for Brush, and then cannot save it in. She actually got the rebound, then lost it, resulting in another Beat-Digger turnover. To throw it in is Olsen with 1:02 to go in the opening half. Beat-Diggers have outscored Wiggins 8-0. Over to Celis. Celis double team, jump pass to Annabelle Celis. Dribbling to her right against Guzman. Entry pass to Baltazar, back out. Here's the shot, and that's up and in and out. And the ball is tipped around to Baltazar. Turns, shoots, and that shot is partially blocked out of bounds as the initial shot was missed by Sieber. And it will be Wiggins basketball with 48.5 seconds to go. Olsen to throw it in. In the right corner, Celis. She'll take the 3, and that's short. And the ball is tipped around, still tipped, still loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Chandra Hassa Brush. Beat-Diggers might set up for the final shot, but there's too much time left. Still 35 seconds to go before the break. Guzman with a basketball. Overhead pass to Waitert on the outside right. Waitert near the top had that ball stripped away, and it's re-intercepted by the Beat-Diggers in Waitert, and then I think she was fouled, and she was by Abrid Celis. That'll be the 17th foul. Celis is second. Yeah, they should be at the line. No, that's the 16th foul, my bad. 16th foul. Guzman to throw it in. Over to Waitert. 22 seconds to go in the opening half. On the outside left to Haas. Bounce pass to Craich. Craich with a basketball. Up top to Waitert. Straight away, 3 in the air. That's well short. Ball is loose, taken away by Abrid Celis. Wiggins still has a chance to score before the end of the quarter with 6 seconds to go. Celis, as Guzman fell down, takes the 3, blocked by Waitert, picked up by Craich, and the time will run out, and that's the end of the opening half. With the score, Brush 21, Wiggins 5 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.